Hey guys, it's Vicky, and today I'm here to share with you my winter reading plans. These are 5 books that I'm really hoping to get to this winter. Um, in the wintertime, I usually tend to go for more like mystery type books. I always, of course, like my scary books. Um, and sometimes also like heartfelt books. So I'm kind of all over the place in the wintertime because I like coziness, but then I also like kind of that bleak, just kind of bleak, cold feeling that winter also provides. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first book that I hope to read this winter is The Heart by Melis de Carangal. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. This is a novel translated by Sam Taylor from, I believe, the French. And I first heard about this book from Jen Campbell's channel, and so I had to pick it up when I saw it on a book outlet sale. And it is about it takes place in a 24-hour period where a young man, a teenager I believe, is killed tragically in a car accident, I think it is, and his heart is donated to, or given to this woman who's like on her deathbed and is in need of a heart. And so it's about his heart's journey, which I think is just a really interesting story. And also one that I feel like it's gonna like hit me in all the feels, and it's a quick one too. It's not very long. So, I don't know, it just kind of gives me winter vibes for some reason, so I'm definitely hoping to get to this one this winter. Next up, I have Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a retelling of the Queen of Hearts story from Alice in Wonderland, which I love Alice in Wonderland, and I really enjoyed Marissa Meyer's Lunar Chronicles books. I thought she did a really good job with kind of retelling those fairy tales, so I'm really excited to see what she does with the Queen of Hearts story here. I'm thinking this one I'm going to try to read around Valentine's Day just because of the subject matter. I feel like it's going to have some sort of like romance that goes bad that kind of makes the Queen of Hearts, become the off with her head kind of crazy woman that she ends up being. So this one should be a fun Valentine's Day read. The next one I'm going to read in the winter, I know I'm going to get to because I am planning on buddy reading it with Bobby from Bobby Reads Too Much. We decided to buddy read this together because we both happen to have the book and thought we would like it and it would be a fun one to do together. That book is called Haven by Tom Deddy. This is basically has some major It and Summer of Night vibes, which I love both of those books. So I'm actually really excited for this one. It's about a guy who in the town called Haven he is put away for some pretty gruesome killings, and he eventually gets released from prison and comes back to the town where there are some people that don't think he had committed the crimes. He does have some people on his side. The trouble is, once he comes back, the murders start happening again. So then it's kind of up to him and this kind of little band of people to figure out what's going on, who or what is committing these murders, and how can it be stopped. So it's very, like I said, it's very like, the kind of that whole trope of like this evil something is terrorizing a town and a group of kind of, this kind of uncommon group of people have to come together to fight it. And I just love that trope. So I'm really looking forward to this one. My next one to read is going to hopefully be Sworn to Silence by Linda Castillo. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. This is one that I've heard a lot about. This is the first book in a whole series by this author, and it is about a woman who is now a police chief, I believe, and she grew up in a town though where the Amish and the like English people kind of lived together until these horrible murders happened, and it just kind of tore their town apart. And when these happened, the police chief, her name is Kate Burkholder, was a teenager, I think. And so she now comes back as the police chief, and some murders start happening again. I just thought that this would be a good winter read because the cover looks wintry and bleak. And I do like to read like mysteries and thrillers really any time of year, but especially in the winter months. And then my last winter pick, this will probably be more like really late winter, maybe even early spring. I want to read The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is a middle grade book that was talked about a lot last year on BookTube, but I'm late to the party, as I tend to be sometimes. But I'm hoping to read this one for middle grade March, so like the beginning of March. And this one is about this little town where they believe that they are being terrorized by a witch. So to keep the witch at bay, they sacrifice and leave a baby in the woods for the witch once a year. And but little do they know, the witch is actually very nice, and she doesn't really understand why they're leaving these babies. So she takes the babies and she gives them starlight, and then takes them to like neighboring towns and stuff to be adopted. Until one night she, accidentally gives a baby moonlight, which gives it a whole different set of powers. And so she decides to raise that baby as her own. And then as the baby grows up and she becomes a young teenager, her powers start to kind of surface, and it gets kind of dangerous. So I'm really interested in this one. I've heard that it's a great book. A lot of people have raved about this one. And it seems like one that I would really like, considering that it is middle grade. So yeah, I think this will be a great book for middle grade March. Alright, so those are 5 books that I want to get to this winter. I know that my seasonal TBRs I don't tend to always follow very well. At least my track record shows that I'm not always the greatest at keeping to these TBRs, but I still think it's fun to kind of plan out my seasons bookishly. Yeah, but I can't guarantee I will read all these. I really want to. So we'll see how it goes by the end of winter if I actually read any of these. But let me know down below if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them, or let me know what are some of your favorite wintry reads, because I would love to chat about that as well. So other than that though, that's all I have for today, guys. I hope that you're having a great week, and I will talk to you very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.